Welcome back. I'm doing a quick review today of the Mec Army TPX12 bolt action pen from Mec Army. Now I am an absolute sucker for a really nice pen. I love decent pens and this thing is my absolute favourite, and the reason it is because it has an amazing feature, and that is this top piece. Spins and it is so satisfying to fiddle with. It's super annoying to my colleagues and everyone that knows me because it makes that weird noise all the time and they can hear it going all the time, but it spins for absolutely ages. Just stopping now. That's really satisfying. And then it has also this very satisfying clicky bolt action, which I also sit there and fiddle with like an annoying jerk. So this thing I absolutely love. I'm going to do a quick top down and I'm going to talk about one of the things that happened here is basically it stopped spinning as well as it should spin, and it seemed almost impossible to take this thing apart until I realized a couple of simple things. So I'll just do a top down, have a quick look. I'm going to take this apart on the top down and show you what I did to service the pen, so if you've got one you can keep it running smoothly as well. And we'll just talk a little bit about the materials and the features and benefits of it. Okay, here we are, top down view. See spinner there on the end, bolt action. It's a TI pen, so it's nice and light. Got a TI clip on there, nice and thick, and then we unscrew this piece. That there has a O-ring. Spring in there, tip piece there, pretty standard refill from a Fisher Space Pen, which are my favourite refills, write really nicely. And then we're just left with this piece here. Now, when you go to take this off, if it starts spinning and getting a bit graunchy, because it has got holes in there, and those holes, they make a nice pattern when it spins, but one of the downsides to that might be you could get some grit in there or some dust and stuff off your fingers, and after a while, so if you get your fingernails into that top piece there, you can start to unscrew it, as you can see. Now you can see we've got a bit of space between there and we've got some movement. The problem is it doesn't seem to move any more than that, and you start to think to yourself, why? Well, it's pretty simple. T6 into there. Just undo that. Take this clip off. Clip comes off. Again, put your fingernails in there. Turn this. And now we can see why that was, because that screws in, and then on the end of there you can just see there's a little spigot which that screw sits in and just stops that piece from pulling out. this out of the way now because we're going to struggle with focus otherwise. So we can then remove him completely, and then we're left with this piece here, which to all intents and purposes looks like it's not very accessible. And you can see there's already a few bits of grime in there. Just get rid of those. So the next thing I did was to get a small Torx bit that was small enough to fit in there. And you can then turn that piece, and then it comes off. That drops off, exposing the internals. Then you can just poke your bearing out. So now we have the bearing and that there, that holds it. All I then did was WD-40 into those bearings to just flush them out, get rid of any junk in there, and then it's back in. Make sure it's seated flush. It's worth cleaning it all out. I've actually just cleaned the whole thing, so we don't have to worry about that. So he sits back in there flush. Now this is the fiddly bit to get this back on. So he sits in there, and then you should, if you press your finger on it and turn him, you might have to clean any excess WD-40 off. You should be able to just get that thread started enough that you can then use your Torx bit and just finish it off. Like so. He's back in there. Your bearings are in. So make sure that top piece is clean. He can then sit in there. Back onto the top there. Spin him anti-clockwise so he doesn't cross thread, and then slack him down. You can just hold on to the top, press it down, there's nothing else to get any purchase on, and just take it down as much as you can, and then it's just a case of fitting your clip back on, screw in there, get our T6 again, tighten them down, there we go, don't go too mad, it doesn't need to be too tight, and then hopefully he spins back to perfect again, because that is the most satisfying piece about this pen. And when he stops spinning like that, you know, it really takes away from the fun of the pen. It's a nice pen anyway, but that definitely makes it. The rest is pretty simple. We're just like any normal pen, putting them back together, screwing them back in. Nice that they've got that O-ring in there. Then we're back to working pen. Really nice action on that, really nice clicky bolt action. And that, my friends, is how to look after your Mec Army bolt action spinning pen, the TPX12. I love these things, I really recommend it, and I hope you guys enjoy yours as well. See you next time.